Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. I am finally, I think, back for good. Sorry for the lack of videos last week. I was sick, in case you missed it. Feel like I'm doing pretty good. Still having a little bit of difficulty with the breathing issue, but that's about all we got left. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. Hopefully things are gonna go pretty well this week. So if you see me like taking a break, or not a break, but a quick little pause to like catch my breath, that's why. I'm still having that issue, but other than that, we are good. Let's go ahead and wrap up last week and see if we can get anything good. We're going to grab 200 sleep points. That's going to put us at 1,804 for our grand total. And for our daily lottery, I have been away for so long, I forgot how to click on things without looking at them. There we go. We're getting it back. One biscuit for our daily lottery. And let's jump straight into this sleep report, and let's see if we can get anything good. I did, even though I did not get to the goal that I wanted and just barely got to Master 17, I did at least get to Master 17, which is pretty good for missing a couple of lunches due to me being sick. So it could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't that bad. That is definitely looking like a dozing type if I've ever seen one, or a balanced. Yeah, balanced. There we go. Balanced, pseudo-balanced, which is pretty good for our final sleep research. I am happy about that. We should still end up with about 100, what was it, 180 million? Somewhere around there. Yeah, 182 million, just a little more than that. We are going to get a full 10 spawns today. I did use one incense. I felt like the final day was a good time to use it with that triple candy boost. I'll take that triple Eevee candy right there. And some more Croagunk candy, because as we found out in the little live stream wrap-up I did yesterday, which if you missed that, it is still on the channel. Found out that I actually might have a pretty decent Toxicroak already. So let's see. We've got a Jolteon, a Quaxly, a Mimikyu, a Halloween Hat Pikachu, which I do need a better one, Chikorita, Skeledirge, Togekiss, and Croagunk. There's only 8 of them, which means that we've got 2 new sleep styles, I think. Yes, 2 new sleep styles. What do we got? New Mimikyu sleep style. There we go. The Copycat Sleep. Copycat. I'm trying to think of what it's being a copycat about, but it looks like it's just the knocked over sleep. I don't know. I know that's a lot of dream shards. I am looking at the research XP and dream shards that we have already, and oh buddy, that's a lot. What is this last sleep style? Oh, Umbreon, I skipped right over it. How did I miss you? Sitting sleep. Nice. All right. That's the 2-star. Not the first one. I was debating if it was. Not as much Dream Shards and Research XP as the Mimikyu, but you know what? It's all right. We will take it. It all adds up. Okay. Chikorita's hungry. That's pretty good. Jolteon's hungry. That's okay. What are we looking? Our biscuits look okay. You know what? Well, that's an easy choice right there. Honestly, I know it's not shiny, but the lighting here is kind of making this Chikorita look a little bit weird and kind of washed out a bit. So I fed the wrong biscuit. I am so mad. So mad at myself. I was talking, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Well, that's a lovely little smooth brain moment for our welcome back. Man, I can feel my ears heating up and everything because I am just mad at myself. Well, learn a lesson from me, kids. Make sure to pay attention whenever you're feeding your Pokemon, because you don't want to do what I just did. As much as I would like to catch a Mimikyu just to take one home, honestly, from what I've heard about it, it's not that big of a deal and it's not hungry. So I don't know that I care at this point. Meanwhile, I would like to take home this Halloween Hat Pikachu. We have not got a good one. We'll get our Great Biscuits back. So we'll spend 1. That was the one I was gonna spend the premium biscuit on. And then we would have only had to feed 1 biscuit. I'm so mad. That's all I can say. I knew it. Ah. On the plus side, in a year from now, when Halloween event rolls around again, we can catch that Pikachu with 1 biscuit. Even though I'm pretty sure it's just gonna apply to the next Pikachu we see. I'm angry. Let's just move on. Let's move away from this travesty. I'm not gonna worry about catching Mimikyu at the moment. It's, like I said, from what I've heard, it's not that great unless you put a ton of investment in it, and you have to have a really good one to begin with. So I'm not worried about it, but we did get 18 there and another 30 there. 48 Mimikyu candies, nice. Not bad. So when we do finally catch one, if it is good, we'll have plenty to invest in it. We did, however, get about 40,000 dream shards, so can't complain about that too much. All right, Chikorita, you better be good. Make me feel better about my dumb decision. Not even decision, really. Level 13 and Brave, my just idiotic not paying attention. We've got Cocoa, and Oil. Skill level up, skill triggers. I mean, not starting off great. At least they're fully maxed out. Berry finding. Ooh, buddy. Inventory up S. And helping speed M. Honestly, it's not bad. Brave, I mean, yeah, Brave isn't terrible. I mean, XP gains down is not fun, but ultimately it's not the worst. This one's okay. We do have another BFS Chikorita, and this one might be just, yeah, it looks like it's probably gonna be just slightly worse than that one. But that skill level up. You know what, while this is running, let's take a little gander. Let's see what that skill trigger rate is for Meganium. Too far. Where are we at? Nope, that one. If this one has a decent skill trigger rate, 4.6 is pretty good. Maybe this is actually kind of decent. Maybe this one's actually kind of decent. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm gonna have to go look at the other sub skills on the Chikorita we caught and see how it stacks up, but they are very close. I'm pretty sure that other one was 88 PR, but I don't remember what sub skills it had. Can I see from here? Oh no, it wasn't berry finding. It was helping bonus. That's what it was. Okay. Well then, yeah, I think this one is better than that one. Maybe this is, you know, we messed up. Used a premium biscuit when we didn't mean to, but maybe it turned out for the best. I'm gonna let this kind of run in a little bit slow. Maybe not that slow. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I mean, Meganium is already a very good berry specialist. Getting berry finding, it is only at level 50, so it's kind of late. I would like to have it a bit earlier, and I think if we did have it earlier, this would actually be, like if skill level up M and berry finding were swapped, I think this would probably be a 90 PR based on the calculator and the way that it functions. But this is pretty good. It has what we want. Unfortunately, helping speed is super low on the list, but that speed of help nature is going to help. The only problem is we're going to be fighting that XP gains nature the entire time, at least until level 50. So we definitely would have to use it strategically and make sure that we get it in on good sleep day when we get that ×6 XP with a growth incense. But I don't hate this one. I actually think this is pretty good. I would be willing to use it, especially with how long it's taken us to find one that just has berry finding at all. So we're definitely going to hold on to this one, and let me put it in the box before I forget. Found out yesterday that I had a Shinx that I forgot to put in the box. Go me. Yeah, B84 with BFS. I think this is a pretty good one. We're going to hold on to this one, and next time we go to Lapis, we might invest in this. Not 85, 84. And then we've got BFS. There we go. Nice. All right. Not bad. Not bad for messing up and using a premium biscuit by accident. At least it turned out to be pretty good. You know what? Sometimes that's all we can ask for. We did use 100 candies yesterday, and that is going to get us 5 small handy candies and no other weekly missions done. No surprise there. Wasn't really expecting to get those done. But now we can finally say goodbye to the Halloween event, which as we go through the weekly summary, I'm just going to give my... I just realized I never switched that over. My apologies. I am so bad. I've got to get back in the swing of this. It was an 84 PR. Look, it's still there. I promise. 84 PR. I was over here looking at Meganium and everything. My bad, guys. 4.6 is the skill trigger rate for the base, so that's why I was saying maybe this is actually pretty good because we can get some extra charge strength from it, and it all adds up. I'll get better. I promise. I will get back in the swing of it. But anyway... 65% PR. I was going to say I will give my review of the Halloween event. I talked about it briefly yesterday, but talking about it or thinking about it now, it was okay this time around. I really didn't feel like it was that big of a deal. The double candy and the triple candy was definitely the big thing. Mimikyu, I know, is a lot of people's favorites, and that's cool. I don't want to disparage anybody for liking Mimikyu, but simply because of the way that single stage Pokemon function in this game, it made Mimikyu kind of feel very lackluster because it's 16 pips, and then in reality its main skill and everything is not the best and really only works in very specific niche scenarios, and you have to really invest in it. So it being the premier Pokemon for this event really didn't do anything for it because of all that. And then of course they messed up the extra ingredients from ghost types, so that didn't really help too much. I did notice a lot of extra triggers from Gengar from the skill chance being higher, but other than that, this event was just kind of middle of the road. I don't think it was bad, but it was just kind of meh. I'm really feeling like this was a 6 out of 10 event. It definitely could have been better. And then the Halloween hat Pikachus, I wish we would have seen more of them. I feel like I only saw maybe 6 or 7 all week. And then the fact that there's the new purple one, so that's the new one to get. It's like, I wish we would have seen more of the purple hat Pikachu, but I feel like I saw about an even amount of the orange and purple, which I get it. You want to let people who didn't play last year's Halloween get a chance to catch that orange hat one. I understand that. I just wish it would have been maybe a 70-30 split where we saw more purple hats, but you did still see some orange hats. But maybe I'm just being unfair because I already have an orange hat, but I don't know. Honestly, it felt like a 6 out of 10 event. It was all right. Definitely could have been better, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how next year goes. Last year's Halloween was pretty decent, but we were also very new to the game. So, I mean, it was not really any bars or standards set at that point. But yeah, I definitely think they could have done better, but we'll see. We do have the holiday event coming up in about a month and a half. So hopefully that one is our 10 out of 10. Hopefully they bring back that double dream shard event, because that would be nice. Anyway, let's wrap up last week and move into next week. This week, we did make it to Master 17. Like I said before, we got 1,821,354 final strength, 366,848 gains from berries, and 1,454,506 gains from cooking. Now just imagine if I had been able to use Dedenne the entire week, how much better we would have done. Definitely wouldn't have made it to Master 20. That wouldn't have happened, but we would have made it to Master 18. I still got a decent amount of extra tasties. I got 2 yesterday, each of them about 250k strength from each of them, so did pretty well, but we could have done a lot better if we had Dedenne. Anyway, we got an A ranking with 4 small handy candies as our reward. Monday. Why is... Oh, that's right, because my game crashed on Monday. That's right. Sleep data was cut short. Forgot about that. All right, well, let's move on. Hopefully to bigger and better things. Speaking of bigger and better, we're just gonna hope and pray that they are, because we need to find us a better Snover. Yeah. we're going to be at Snowdrop Tundra, looking for a Snover, looking for an Eevee, looking for a Slackoth. Any of those is going to be good. We got salads, which is going to be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to make for salads. I know we've got enough for lunch because I am actually a little bit late, so we definitely missed breakfast this week, but it's all right. It's a chill week. We're just going to hang out, enjoy our 25 diamonds, and we're going to move on. Not that big of a deal. The one week rental period for my good camp set has ended. I did know that already. All right, so we're going to make the best of what we got here, but first, let's go and check and see. We got a medal. Oh, we also got Good Sleep Day 16 coming up. I believe it's next weekend. Let me double check. Yes, next weekend. All right, let's check our community reports, and then we'll check our medal. We got 42 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that doubled up. Very good. Very, very good. All right, no level ups today. But we did, however, get at least one medal, maybe two. Just one for ghost types, 140 studied, another 20 diamonds. Very nice. I like diamonds. Okay. Let's make lunch real fast and then we can, ooh, yikes, that is not good. Tons of poison berries instead of what I wanted. I was hoping for an ingredient magnet there. Did not work. Can we get a double trigger? Not even one. What is happening? No ingredient magnet there either. Come on. All right, one more. We got all the Kanto starters. At least one of you has to trigger. Finally. Mushrooms. I don't know what we're going to do with mushrooms, but I'll take them. And potatoes. We can definitely make use of those potatoes. I have a feeling we're going to possibly need those this week. We can make Calm Mind fruit salad. That would kind of help make up for the fact that we missed breakfast. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Make that Calm Mind fruit salad. Let's see, what do we want to throw in here? We've got a decent amount, like 17 or something that we could throw in. What do we want? Let's throw in this cocoa. We don't really use that for salads. All right. Very unlikely to be extra tasty. I was hoping if I said that it would be extra tasty, just to spite me. 34,129 strength gain from this Calm Mind fruit salad. And now we get to figure out what we're going to do. Of course, we're going to have Walrein on the team. I was hoping we would get curries. I wanted to use our potato cat because we desperately need some XP on our Masquerada. But it did not go that way. I'm wondering, do we make a lower tier dish that uses potatoes? Is that what we do just to get some extra XP on Masquerada this week? Because we're not really worried about pushing ranks too much if we are trying to get specific Pokemon. We do want to get to the 8 spawns as quickly as possible, but outside of that, once we're there, we're not really worried about it. So we can, let me make sure I actually show you this time. We can go to the maps, and let's see, we are on Snowdrop. To get 8 spawns, we need how much strength? Where is it at? It is, there it is. 65 million, so we do have a ways to go. So maybe we want to make some strong stuff first and then transition to something else. But for salads, let's see, is there something that we can do that is going to use potatoes for salads? There we go. Well, there's the new salad that we haven't made yet. Green grass salad. The funny thing is, I don't know that we, yeah, I don't know that we want to do that. Honestly, curries would have been better because of the Dream Eater butter curry. Could have just did what we were doing last time. Okay. Of course, the cross-chop salad doesn't use potatoes, which is unfortunate. Potato salad does, but we need eggs. Honestly, that amount of eggs, we would be fine with an Abomasnow, and then we could just swap in Charizard and Skeledirge as needed for the sausage and apples. How are we doing on sausage and apples right now? That could be a thing. I went too far. Where's it at? There it is. I mean, we got a decent amount of sausage, get some apples, but we really want to get to 65 million as quickly as possible. Master 2 is where we want to be. Yeah, I think we need to... Yeah, we need to focus on the green grass salad for now. It'll still let us use our potato cat. Let's see how we're looking on potatoes. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so let's get this set up then. We've got an idea of what we want to do. Now that we've figured it out, let's put Walrein front and center as our berry gatherer and helping bonus. Yep, helping bonus and sleep XP bonus, which is very good. Okay, and now we need... Let's just go ahead and put Meowscarada on the team first, because we know that's what we're here for. We did use 100 candies to get that mission cleared on the Meowscarada, so we're a little bit further ahead. So let's go ahead and do that. How are we looking on these items? Let's see. Oop, wrong button. Only one subskill seed. Okay. Well, I'm not going to use it on Meowscarada then. If I had to, I would use one, but I'm planning to use one on someone else here in just a minute. Let's get Beware. Nope, not Beware. Let's get Toxicroak. Ooh, we may not be able to use Walrein right now. Speaking of Pokemon that we want to use, things are looking pretty good for Drifloon, but we'll talk about that another time. But just know, be on the lookout for a Drifloon. They seem to be actually possibly going to be pretty good. Yeah, let's use this guy. We definitely need that oil. Let's get Beware on the team instead of Walrein for right now. We need that corn coming in. Yeah, this guy right here. Okay, let's use this team, and we should be in a pretty good spot. Should be pretty good. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. There is one other thing I want to do. I kind of alluded to it. We have run the Dedenne experiment for a while now, and it seems like it has given us very good results. So I am confident in saying that a good Dedenne can really make a big difference on your team. This guy, though, apparently can make a very big difference depending on how things go, and let's talk about it and why. Let's go ahead and pull it up on the Pokedex in the Raynon website. Where are you, Drifloon? There you are. Okay, specifically we want to look at its main skill. Let's see. So they are not giving us a rate at which... Oh, maybe they are. Let's click on this. No, they are not. So I think it does actually pop up here. Oh, I've got it off screen, but it does pop up every now and then showing that the stockpile spit up chance is around 27% was the last time I looked at it. But I have also heard numbers as low as like 15 or 18%. But I've heard from people who have actually used a Drifloon that they are getting above 5 stockpiles very consistently. I even have someone who told me they made it to 10, and then a couple days before that had made it to 6 or 7, or maybe even 8. So it is looking like Drifloon is going to be very good in this game. Is it going to be better than a berry specialist? I think it depends on if you have the resources to invest in one, and if you have one that can trigger fairly often. So this is a Pokemon that I am looking at putting in on our team in replace of Dedenne. I'm going to keep Dedenne on the team for now while I look into exactly what we can do with this one and the exact stats. So that will be what we talk about tomorrow, just as a bit of foreshadowing for tomorrow's video. We will talk about Drifloon and possibly putting it on the team, because I do want to go through, verify all these numbers, and see what we're actually going to be looking at before we make an investment in it, because we do also have another Pokemon on the team that we definitely want to invest in right now, and that's going to be this guy right here. He is AAA and also has Skill Trigger and Ingredient Finder S. So this could go very badly. We only have one Subskill Seed. So let's hope that we get the one we want. We want that Ingredient Finder. Which one? Yes, there we go. That's the one we wanted. We don't care for a Skill Trigger M at all. I mean, it's nice, but we really just want the oil. So with that one investment, that should make this Toxicroak very good. And if we can get it to level 60 as quickly as possible, we should be in a very, very good boat. How far can we get it with just candies right now? Probably not to 60, but only 44. So that's why I want it on the team this week. I want to level up this one and our Meowscarada, because if we can get this to level 60, our oil production is going to skyrocket, especially with Ingredient Finder M. That should help us, because we have had the issue where we're just a few short from making the meal that we're trying to make in the past. I think that Subskill Seed will help us with that. We shouldn't have any issues moving forward. We can still keep an eye out for a Croagunk that's AAA that maybe has a better subskill set, but this one being shiny, I kind of am biased towards making this one good first and foremost. And if we ever get Nature Mints, then maybe we can actually give this one a good ingredient finding nature and make it even better than it's already going to be. But this is going to be the team we're going to run for today. Like I said, I'm going to go over all the numbers and everything with Drifloon. We will talk about that tomorrow, and maybe we're going to put that one on our team as well. But want to verify everything before I make that decision. Don't want to make a rash decision and use a premium biscuit on a Pokemon that doesn't need a premium biscuit, you know? That would just be silly. Why would I do that? But that's what we're going to do. So we're going to let this play out. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully things go well and we can actually get the team up and running the way we want. We're just trying to get to Master 2 as quickly as possible to get the 8 spawns. And then we will default to an easier dish that we can make with some Pokemon that we want to get some XP on while we're here on this chill week on Snowdrop Tundra. But that is where I'm going to wrap up the video. So thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, and hang out with a cool community of people. Other than that, y'all have a good night, good luck this week, and until next time, later, dudes.